Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right. It looks like an all fair election, transparent and clear. No hassles, no nothing. From all the stories that I heard, including people I've spoken to over there, it went without a hitch, which was surprising. What I mean by that is a lot of elections in the past have been questionable. So everybody seems to be happy, and I mean everybody all the way around. We'll learn more in the coming days, that's for sure. I believe the results should be finalized by, I believe they said 2 or 3 tomorrow, which is only a few hours away from now. Remember, they are ahead of us a little bit, so we're going to find out who the winners are. So keep your fingers crossed that, Al-Kadhimi recaptures the prime minister spot, and he's able to continue the work that he's been working on. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings in their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right, gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. And right now is the time. It looks like both gold and silver are moving up, and they should. But let's see if by tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, aren't those the witching hours for metals? They all of a sudden magically drop. And they don't just drop by a little bit. They get hammered. We are expecting a crash. There's a lot of things going on. We understand that the debt ceiling has changed, but we'll see how that affects the market all in all. Anyways, you should be buying gold and silver, and down below is a link. Just follow it to moneymetals.com, moneymetalsexchange.com, and pick yourself up some gold and silver. For those of you looking at my address, there it is right here. And you guys know I have this alternative website, which we're going to be posting on there some shows that we did recently. And it's been exhausting. It's been a long time. It was a lot of fun. But the kind of work we're doing recently, we're going to start doing interviews with people and putting them on that show here because we can't put them on YouTube. We're going to be bringing guests to you that I think you should hear from. I'm looking forward to having you guys come join us there. The link is down below in the description. For the most part, we knew there wasn't going to be a whole lot of different type of news today outside of the election itself. They were covering how the morning went, how the afternoon went, and how the evening went. So they were checking in with people all hours of the day to say that everything was running smooth. As you can see here, the IHEC election results will be announced at 3 p.m. tomorrow, which is today their time. The local reporter, the Emir of Kuwait, congratulates the Prime Minister and the Republic on the success of the elections. Again, I think I didn't hear any complaints whatsoever. Saudi enjoyed it, Kuwait enjoyed it, Saudi Arabia chimed in on this, Al-Kadhimi, Barzani all seem to think that everything went well. The United Nations said something, so they're all feeling pretty positive about the direction the election went in. We'll see what the results are when we're done. The World Bank estimates the growth of the economies of the Middle East countries. Well, yeah, they're predicting they're going to go a lot better this next year than before. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We're counting on it. Said in the latest report, the World Bank expected that the Middle East and North Africa region will witness an uneven recovery before the end of 2021. So this is between now and the next couple of months. Nice, let's see. After the GDP contracted by 3.8% in 2020, the bank now expects a total growth of about 2.8 for the region's economies. That's interesting. The regional director of the World Bank in the Gulf Cooperation Council's countries confirmed that the expectation of the World Bank for the growth of the economy of the Gulf Cooperation Council's countries should be reaching a 2.6% for the current year. So they're expecting growth. That's good considering all the things we're dealing with when we're dealing with the RONA. So what does that mean? A stronger economy, growth affects the currency. I told you guys we don't necessarily have to sit around and wait for an RI or an RV. It's going to be going up in increments. Not saying that it won't happen. Just reaching out to you to say there are other things we can keep an eye on. Said the Gulf countries were able to control the repercussions of the pandemic on the economy with faster and more successful vaccinations compared to many countries of the world. And this will affect support for the Gulf economic growth, bringing growth to about 4.7% next year. That's good. That's what we want. This is the type of thing we're looking for. This is the growth. We want to continue to see a strong economy. We want to continue to see things go successful for Iraq, and it looks like it's on its way, which affects the currency. The chairman of the Board of Commissioners reveals the date for announcing the election results, which we just read up above. It's going to be tomorrow. So they're saying within 24 hours. So us Americans over here, anytime they have any kind of delay, it makes us nervous, but looks like it's going to be a lot more quicker than we had anticipated. At least they're not going to take weeks to come back with results that definitely conflict with what we know. So congrats to Iraq. Al-Qadimi receives a call from the president of Kurdistan regional government on the occasion of the success of the elections. This is how you know things are different over there than here. We don't see people calling each other up and saying, hey, congratulations on your elections. Not over here. So the Prime Minister Al-Qadimi received a call from Barzani to say, hey, congratulations, great job. Everything went without a hitch. That's what we like to see. The Ministry of the Interior announces the success of the plan to secure the election. So there you have it. Already, the Ministry of Interior announced on Sunday the success of a plan to secure the legislative election, both private and public. The Director of Relations and Information in the Ministry of Interior, Major General Mann, stated in a press statement the success of the plan to secure the legislative election for 2021, both private and public. The security forces will remain deployed after the end of the voting until memory sticks is secured and that all places where balloted boxes are stored are safe. Man, there's those scary words, memory sticks. I hope to God they didn't use any dominions. 197 were arrested in violation of the decision of the Supreme Security Council for this election, stressing that the ballot boxes were transported by plane. So, looks like some people got in trouble for trying to do the no-no and got caught. Sauder, this morning's period of electoral wedding ended perfectly. I like the fact that they call it a wedding. Let's hope it doesn't end in a bad divorce. Sauder is a lot more influential than people know. As a matter of fact, the more I read about him, this guy used to look for, and you'll see in this article anyways, I remember he used to always be in council with Iran, but it looks like he's parting ways with them, which is definitely unique in the sense that he just came and went. It says, yes, Sauder said in the audio recording to the news, the mourning period for this election wedding has ended perfectly, thanks to God and his good success, and we hope that the evening period in the coming hours will be more effective and with higher vigor, as Iraq needs the voices of patriotic benefactors. I support that statement a lot. We need that here where we live. First of all, I like the fact that he thanked God, and that's what we seem to have gotten away from that here in the United States. Arab League delegations, initial indicators point to the success of the election in Iraq. Again, just more people saying, hey, this election went without a hitch. All right, that's all it is. They're talking about their job is to go there and observe, as all they were supposed to do, and the entire time there was no get-ups, no hitches, no issues. The mayor of Baghdad directed the launching of celebration and the fireworks immediately after the election wedding. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what we take so often for granted here is our freedoms and our liberties, although they're trying to strip them away from us right now. But the fact that people are shooting off fireworks and celebrating in other countries over an election, yeah, that just shows you how important elections are, as long as their votes are being counted and worth something. The mayor of Baghdad architected directed the firing of firework participation of Iraqis in their wedding celebration as soon as the voting process ends. So congrats to Iraq. Their election seems to have went out without a hitch. There's fireworks being shot off, and I'm sure the citizens enjoy them. So I told you they were checking throughout the day. You can see Academy. We passed the middle of the election day, and the electoral process went smoothly. So first was the morning, then the afternoon, and then in the evening. As of 9 in the evening, airports will be closed and procedures will be tightened near polling stations. Well, we don't want nobody dropping, bombs or any other excuse to delay, stall, or interfere with the election. So they closed down the airports to allow employees and everybody else to go ahead and go vote. Leaflets falling from the sky are urging Iraqi voters to vote. So they dropped a ton of papers onto the people, encouraging them to go vote. Here, they would be shot with a huge fine. So the government got involved and stuck out a bunch of pamphlets encouraging people to go vote. I love it. I love the fact that they're encouraging people. As long as they're doing it the right way, I have no problem with it. But great article. This article, by the way, here that you see on solder is actually it's a very good read. I'm not going to read it all, but it goes on to talking to you about who Solder was and what he's been doing over his over time. And it goes on here to tell you, like, look, there's been times where he's been a pain in the butt. There's been times where he's been a nationalist. There's been time when he is seeking counsel of Iran. There's been many things he has done, but anything and everything this man has ever done, according to this article, has been and always will be for the Iraqi people. And I respect that. I really do. It's got to be about your people. If you can't help your own people first, then what are you doing? I mean, don't be like us over here. We're helping nations. We just send billions of dollars over to, of all damn people, Al-Qaeda. Yeah, that's what this administration is doing. Sending billions of dollars to Al-Qaeda. Really? That's just sickening to me. But anyway, this Solder article is really good. I do encourage you to come check it out because this guy is very influential. And depending on who wins, could be a pain in the butt or one of your best friends. We will soon see. Here's what I want to say about the election. I'm so glad that it went off without a hitch so far. We haven't heard any complaints. It seems like everybody seems to be happy about what's going on, even Al-Qademi. So that tells me that, hey, at least they feel comfortable with the preliminary results and what they're hearing. Good. We need him back in office. In just a short period of time since he's been in office, we've seen all the great strides that have taken place. So I'm glad this election's over. As you can see, the rate didn't change because I had people spreading rumors about how the rate's going to change on the day of the election. Although that would probably be a real sneaky tactic. No, it didn't change. What is the next benchmark here? Oh, yeah, the 17th. That's the other one everybody is talking about. We will see. Just hang tight there. Like I said, it won't be necessarily RI or an RV. We're going to see a jump up in increments. As long as the economy continues to grow in strength, the private sector is being built. They're not relying so much on oil prices going up. There's a lot of factors. But so far, so good. I'm happy with what I heard, but I'm curious to see who won. So keep your fingers crossed that we get the right guy back in there. We'll see. Anyways, that's it for now, man. Hit the thumbs up button if you're not a subscriber. Please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.